Hey guys, Mr. Beta890 here, coming at you with another video. And this time, obviously since there's no WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, we are not very sure what the main event will be of Hell in a Cell 2014. So, the two matches that are being discussed as the main event are Dean Ambrose vs Seth Rollins and John Cena vs Randy Orton. Obviously, there can be different opinions on which match should or shouldn't main event. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on why I believe why I think the match that I've picked should main event Hell in a Cell. And a lot of you will probably have already guessed which one I'm going to pick, because if you know my opinions, you'll probably think that, and you'll probably just think. I was going to tell you what it is if you haven't guessed. So obviously, I think Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins should main event Hell in a Cell 2014, and a lot of people are going to start saying, "Oh, you only like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. You know, you only want them to be the main event because you like them. They're your favourites, and because they're good wrestlers. And all that stuff and all that crap." But it's more to it than that. This feud between Ambrose and Rollins has been started, ever since after the Payback pay-per-view, really. When you really think about it, the night after Payback was when Seth Rollins betrayed, Ambrose and Reigns. And Ambrose has been chasing Rollins ever since. So this feud has been going on for a good few months. And, it's definitely been one of the most highly anticipated feuds. People have been really been excited for their matches. And also the matches we have seen from them either, have never really officially started, or we had, obviously at SummerSlam, interference from Lumberjacks and Kane, costing Ambrose the victory. But with having a Hell in a Cell match for this feud really works, because it's less likely that we'll get any interference, because there's literally the cages or the cell is locked shut, so we can't. It'll be harder anyway to interfere. So hopefully this match doesn't get any interference. Sorry, but yeah, I just also Cena and Orton. This feud has been going on since, it's been in and out. Shake it all about since what? 2007. 7 years this feud has been going in and out, which kind of just shows the WWE how it's been over the past few years. Vince McMahon's philosophy is, if in doubt, feud Cena and Orton, which is just not very good, because it just shows the lack of creative ideas that WWE have. Because they've got nothing to do with Orton and Cena, they just stick them in a match together, thinking that everyone will love this match. When really, a lot of the Cena Orton matches have been either, good, so i.e. SummerSlam 2007, their match at Hell in a Cell 2009 was good as well, I would say. But they've had some real stinkers, i.e. SummerSlam 2009, Unforgiven 2007, Royal Rumble this year, the TLC match I didn't like. I know a lot of other people were saying how good it was and stuff. And also, not just the matches as well, but they haven't really added anything new to the story. When they first started feuding, they got John Cena's dad involved and stuff. They had Orton assault Cena's dad, which gave Cena a reason to become personal with Orton. And then in 2014, they just recycle it by have Orton punch Cena's dad, which we've seen before, but in a more extreme case. Stupid. So. And you could argue, oh yes, but it's a number one contenders match, so it should main event the show. Yeah, but no. Literally, if you ask the majority of wrestling fans, which match would they be more likely, or which match were they looking forward to the most, I guarantee you, the more people would say Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, because inside the Hell in a Cell, we've never seen it in a Hell in a Cell before, and also there's so much that can. So much that can happen. Obviously with Cena and Orton you could say that as well, but there's just not as much interest, We've seen it before in a Hell in a Cell. We've never seen Ambrose and Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. So there's just so much more, and also, Cena and Orton aren't going to be around forever. If you think about it, in the next few years, they could be gone. So we need to start bringing in, guys who can carry and become, the guys of the WWE. And if we don't put these guys in main events, in main event positions, they're never going to know how to, if the time does come and Cena and Orton aren't there anymore, there's going to be no one who can, be under the main event pressure because they've never done it before. So it's just, it's not helping anyone, just having the same two guys for the past 7 years, main eventing matches. The amount of matches Cena and Orton have been involved in together is ridiculous. We've seen so many matches, and there's just nothing there. And WWE try and compare the feud to some of the greatest feuds ever, like Hogan and Andre, Austin and Rock. But it's not. And the reason is, yes, Rock and Austin had multiple matches, but there's always something new. There's always a new dynamic. I.e., the first time they met at WrestleMania, there was the whole, Rock and the Corporation, and Stone Cold was the anti-corporation and that sort of stuff. And he had Stone Cold overcome, the corporation and all that. And then, at WrestleMania 17, it was a different scenario. Both guys came in as faces. They, made it personal by having Deborah manage The Rock and stuff, and how, Rock was responsible for Deborah and stuff. And, that gave reason to Stone Cold to really, not like The Rock. And then at 19, it was about Rock's revenge for the last two defeats he'd suffered at those WrestleManias. And even though he was a heel, it was his kind of redemption, which we saw. With this, it's nothing new. It's just we've had matches before. That's why we're rivals. There's nothing new to it. Whereas with Ambrose and Rollins, there's a real story behind it. Rollins has betrayed Ambrose, and Ambrose has been chasing him ever since. He's never really fully got to lay his hands on him without something stopping them. And this is probably the end of the Ambrose-Rollins feud. So this should main event for so many reasons, as I've just said. So hopefully, if you didn't think that these guys should main event, hopefully I've changed your mind, or at least made you consider the idea a bit more. I don't know, but thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe for more, and yeah, that's all I have to say really. Thanks for watching.